Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Omniscience combo with Kona. If you do not know what this combo is, it is a remnant of what the old one is. It is not nearly as strong as that last Omniscience deck was, but it is still very strong, and I do think it is a winning deck on the ladder if you are kind of have the pieces for it. But what you do is you use any of these lands over here to tap Kona, and then once Kona is tapped because of its ability at second main phase, we will put in an Omniscience, and all we need to do is tedious combo on Arena, but instant combo in paper because you can just demonstrate to loop. You have to have 2 of these river regions and 1 dragon storm. You basically put this in, you play a regent, you pick it up, you play it again, and then you play the second regent, picking up the first one, and then the oracle will return. This will return back to your hand, but it's just faster to click it with the regent. So you don't have to wait for like the trigger to resolve and click OK to that trigger. So what you do is you then return the original dragon back to your hand, and then there's one still in play. You play this back down, you play the other dragon, you return that second one back, and then you return the first, the second, the first, the second, and back and forth until you kind of do everything that you need to do until, it's infinite damage at that point. You just have to do the loop. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive into the games. All right, so we're off. Yep. Opponent seemed to have stepped away for a second. Now they're back, so we're good. Well, we kept 2-lander. We have good draws. We have a bounce spell in case it was aggro. Obviously, we'll not know until we know, right? But this is going to come in named Beast. Then we're going to go ahead and slam this rolling Dragon Storm. You hit a land, we'll get rid of a... Doesn't seem like bouncing is going to matter, so we'll get rid of an exit. Then we'll see what's up. Looks like we'll have time in a lot of this match, but hopefully we can find our land. I want to say it's Yuna. Like Yuna Reanimator is like a weird way to call it because of how the other Reanimator decks are, but it feels like that Yuna bring back big enchantments from the graveyard type deck. Kind of like the domain pile, but not domain anymore, right? But we'll see. Starting town's up. Mill 3 cards, sacrifice, return target creature or spacecraft from the battlefield. We'll just go ahead and counter this. I think it's perfectly fine to do so. Kona in. I don't think Kona I necessarily care about right now. I think I need to find our Omniscience, obviously, so I'm going to go ahead and wheel. Maybe I'm wrong. This creature implies a reanimate type effect. This card's actually pretty solid. Mill 3 cards, sacrifice creature, return it. So it's just got that kind of reanimator effect on it. Seems obviously very good. Guess at this point we discard a Kona, right? No way for us to really play it and have it be protected. We can just kind of pass and pretend we're holding up some kind of answer. Remember, it doesn't really matter what they do. As long as we're alive with Omniscience online, we're actually okay. And no, it doesn't necessarily seem that way. And we're also holding a counter spell, right? Counter that. They're digging for a land. I want to be able to interact with it. Now with 1 mana, we can attempt to go for it. Omniscience in. A wheel up. Rid of a land here. Fire off another one of these. Discard a card. It can just be our lands at any point in any of these steps. Draw 2, discard 1, draw 2, discard 1. Okay, get rid of this. We have to pay this because we can't use the kicker. We actually have to pay 2 with Omniscience to pay that extra cost. Take that, we do the exit. Then here we can actually do something cool where we play the River Regent. It has like a return effect, but we'll just submit 0. All these will get to go back to our hand. And then we can exit the River Regent if we need to redo this cycle. Another exit. We're just trying to find our win condition here. There it is. So we just hold the counter magic up. Now we present the loop, and if they don't concede, I will just skip here. You don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to make you watch this. So with that, I'm going to go silent. All right, we finally get through it all here. Game is done, and they made us do it, which is perfectly fine. I get it. Forced me to do it. Maybe I messed up. They are a reanimator deck that could just randomly pop off, but they were missing land drops and stuff like that. We countered the things for them to find it, and we get away with it. So cool. All right, to go first here. No real green mana, but I think that's okay with this hand, because at worst case scenario, we rip 2 more islands, hopefully, and then we just River Regent till we find the green. But tap land down. Urge up. Aggro, we just have to do what we want to do before they do what they want to do. What do you want to do to me? Turn the stream off, dude. Turn the cameras off, bro. I don't know what's going on anymore. Or is off. Graveyard hate could be a thing. Voice of victories, it is. Play an island. Yes. A subtle stock up. We can now go to, with Orange off, Lost in the Maze seems good. And I don't really need another card with stock up. Like, obviously I might need another card because without stock up. But we'll see. I'm gonna play the other card and bounce this, but I'm not sure. Well, they tap out, so now I just, unless they have a sack outlet. No, they don't. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, right? Okay. And with that said, the loop will be commenced. This is why Omniscience was so annoying prior. Here. Omniscience in. We just start looking. Okay, I found one piece already. I guess we just need to grab this. Then we play it. And just like that, the loop is done. Right here. And then I will just do what I've always done here. And I will just cut now till the end. Alright. Well, they conceded immediately. They know we had the loop, so we didn't have to do it, which is obviously awesome. So, cool. Opponent first. This is kind of a sketchy one because we have this in hand. And obviously if we lose it, like, the goal is to hope our opponent concedes. Okay. I was like, Duras? No, please. No, please. No Duras. It's probably going to happen at some point. Obviously, like, a deep cavern bat taking it, we can always answer. It's not, like, that big of a deal. But okay. So now we have a decision to make. We can rolling, or we can consult. Honestly, rolling might be the best. I don't know. It's a weird spot to be in because I can also do this, right, and just mitigate the damage a bit. And I can always return a Kaido after, I guess. Can't really stop Kaido from happening. So if that's the case, I'm doing this. We'll take like 5 maybe. Cavern, make it uncavernable. Yeah, what a great English lesson we're having here. The counterspell doesn't seem like it's a card I'm going to be playing. We'll just see. If we end up just taking 4 here, like, that obviously feels good. Holding this cavern up is great. Oh, Preacher is awesome, especially if that's like their plan here, is to go for Preacher. Then it looks like they're holding up stuff to do. Let's play an island here. And then we're looking to exit something, I think. Maybe just a Preacher, like, well, sure. If they do a Kaido here, I'm not that upset. Actually, let's just bounce one of these. Taking Kaido here to counter this, but I don't really care if they do. Sure. So this allows us to like play our cavern, flash this in. Oh, they're holding up priority. Okay. Or they're holding up for something. So now we go cavern and we name beast. We don't play it though. There's no real reason to play it here. And then we fire off the lost and then go for consult. Black, black. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, well, let this happen. Okay. Does this put a stun counter on each of those creatures? So we're not like guaranteed to hit anything here. So what if we just do this, right? If we just like hit this, lock those up, right? Then we can just, I could just play Kona and put in this river regent and bounce a thing as we establish up, right? Then it also has like hexproof the whole time. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind that play. Let's play Kona here. And we do this, right? And then Kona said, what could we cheat in? We'll cheat this in. Here. Then honestly, we could pick Kona back up. So Kona is fully safe. Does go against my plan of like getting rid of that. But we'll just put it back in the hand. It's fine. Then honestly, I guess station here. Now it also has hexproof and they can't put a thing in and answer it. But they could try to interact with Arcana. I believe this is, yeah, you can only station as a sorcery, so I can't just like, if they try to kill it, I can't just tap it real quick and give it hexproof as a protection spell. But we can consult though. There's something we can do. Well, we get right to our upkeep, which is obviously awesome. So I kind of want to play another cavern and we can just name like dragon on it. Over here. I could just tap Kona, by the way, which is what we'll do now. Card this. Can't respond to this, by the way. And now, say, hit him for 6. Just in case somehow they have disruption with this. Home. Here. We hold this up until we absolutely have to do it. We never play this until we find a couple protection spells. They're going to try to interact. Obviously, if they interact at all, they're going to try to interact when they think we are at our last straw. So going stock up when it looks technically at one less card than our other card is probably better. Even though stock up does grab 2 guaranteed and the other one would only grab 1. And of course we have the mana to pay for it, so that's not necessarily the case. So we can make 2 mana, so it's fine. But yeah, here we go. Kona, Omniscience, no way to tap either, so why not? Let's just lock it in. Let's lock them up. Lock them up. All the police, they need locked up. Oh. Yes, guy control. Okay. They definitely have ways to interact. 3 toughness is obviously going to be a bit of a pain point here for us, I think, but we can get around some stuff. We can get a little freaky if we want. Or they're Oculus and we're fine. They are Oculus. Let's Go, dude. This one. Pass. If they mess up, they might still win anyway. He's fine, I guess. Here. That's okay. We want them to actually helping hand here, because that means we have full clarity on this Kona resolving. And if we miss, we miss. If we don't, we don't. We get 6 looks to find any good piece. Or 4 looks, I guess. Omniscience. Dragon Storm. All right. 2 more looks. That's all we got. We have no more looks. We have no more looks. Go. Oh, we are screwed, bro. Oh, man, that is tough. Leave me alone. Is shock? Oh, they know something we don't know. We're in trouble. We have to let that go, right? Because we have this. Could have a spell pierce, I guess. Deck tends to run a spell pierce. There's another Oculus. Sure. Uh-huh. Oh, Cosmo's kind of cool. That's like actually a really sick creature to helping hand back. That's a cool deck. Let's just play this with the goal to like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I actually had to pass here. This sucks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine. Because we have to be able to counter the next thing, right? We only need 1 card. That's all we need. Okay. Okay. What is fear target here? Obviously Oculus. Here. Trying. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, one. Here we go. Avati. Avati. Give it up. Like, does Oculus do anything different here? I don't think so. All right. 1 stock up is all we need. We hit. Dang it. I mean, I feel like we win this game 9 out of 10 times. Just this is not the time. So that sucks, but we'll take it. Let us keep. Hello. What's up, dude? Eh? What is... What are we playing? Okay, Mardu. It's just a bounce stack. Uh-oh! we can't win. All right, we got to bore him to death. Or we, like, don't get me wrong. We can't win through that mean. But I can win by putting 4 of these things on the battlefield and holding up 30 counter spells. I'm willing to do both. Yeah. Silly little goose you. That's not resolving around these parts, brother. Oh, bro, I'm getting unhinged now. That's the sack another permanent, right? When this enters, you may sacrifice another enchantment or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. And when you sacrifice it, okay. So even if they do put another one in the stack, we'll just bounce the same rip, so they don't get any value off of it, because they really need these to pop off. The deck that they're playing, though, I've ran into 2 actually really cool decks, which is awesome. I actually love seeing like the cool decks. I do want to surveil regardless, so I am going to do this. Hey. See, you should have waited on your duress. You could have taken my omniscience. But here we go. Here. Let us see what we find. We want to keep hitting land drops because you never know when we have to hard cast an omniscience. You know what I'm saying? They'll never stop us if we can't stop us. Go Rolling Dragon Storm. Might as well do it now. Could have done Console, obviously. I'm gonna give up Exit, maybe. Having the counterspell later will be fine. I know I give up kind of playing anything this turn for the most part, but that's okay. Sure. Okay. We'll see. Now, this doesn't really matter, that card, but it's kind of weird to see Disturbing, but also the deck's trying to go like really wide or like late with this card. Maybe they just know how good that card is, so they just don't care. That's fine. We'll see. Like if they mirth, that's like a bad thing, right? Because that gives us value. What to do there? Huh? My turn? They lose their card. Now we're gonna kick her this. But we want to hit lands here. Get 5 in our deck is basically gonna guarantee it. Kona is fine. I just don't know if we're at that point of the game. I have a hard counterspell if Omniscience does come down. So I think we just, honestly, we just take another Consult here. My opponent has to initiate the aggression, right? We just wait. They have to have so many copies of this to win. We just do these. In worst case scenario, they tried to cast these on our river regents, and then we just I'd like maybe exit. I guess I only have one more in the deck, I believe. But again, my opponent has to initiate contact, dude. We'll end the turn, but that's 4/7 here that we have on mana, so we're 3 away. Just like hard jamming these. Artifact or creature card. That's pretty fine. They could take a river regent. We really only need like 1 river regent to resolve and win. I could counter it though. You got it. You get one of these. Again, we will attempt to bore them to death. They cast another one of these. We barrel our river regent so we can just put it back in our deck. I only really had a choice there. There's no artifact to be had. Again, really weird deck so far. I thought it was going to be a Mirth deck at heart, but then it became this like weird drug out control deck. You know? I just No. No, thank you. No, thank you. Do this one. Do a cavern here. Turn. Now I have another counter spell. Now that one card, this card hits nothing in our hand. Obviously, they can duress us again, but we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. We need 2 more mana. 2 more lands, if you would. Yeah, try me, buddy. This makes way more sense, though, to be honest. There's a library for a card. Exile it face down. Shuffle. If this was bargain, you may cast a card. Okay, so we should let the beseech resolve. I'll discard a card. So we let this resolve. And then we counter the pact after. I respect it, though. This isn't uncounterable. It is kind of weird that with Mistrise Village, you could make this card uncounterable. How am I getting stopped here, brother? I snapped that off instantly. Little do they know, we don't even really have a way to win. They took it right away. But sometimes it doesn't really matter. That's what I kind of came to the conclusion with at the last video, but we'll take it. All right, so here we are with the deck. I have to be up pretty early tomorrow, so I don't have much more time for recording, and this is what we came up with. It's also one of those decks that kind of like once you do the loop and play a couple of games, there's not really a whole lot to be said. The only way I would be like, oh, it'd be much more interesting to watch would be in like a challenge or something, right? Where it's a bit more stakes or something where it's not just like, did we have Kona and Omniscience? Oh, we did. Cool, we win. Move on to the next one. Oh, did we have this one? We move on. Right, it's a bit weird when it comes to this deck to do that. But it does feel good. So if you do have it, I do think it is definitely a playable deck on the ladder. And I do think it is a winning deck on the ladder because it's just so hard to interact with. Even aggro, right, runs into this weird problem of, oh, wait. What do you mean I can't stop you now? Or, oh, I put you to 2, but that didn't matter because now I'm infinitely looped out of the game. It's just that weird thing where 20 is your entire life total when you get to use all 20 of your life. Or I guess all 19 before you obviously lose. So it is a deck that prioritizes your life as your life total or as a resource and maybe a primary one at that. Whereas it's just like, hey, anything to get to turn 4 against aggro where we tap a cone and put in an Omniscience, most likely we can win those games. Obviously, there was the game where we did put it in and we just missed. That'll happen. And with missing, you know, take it as you will. Arguably, your hardest matchup, and it's not really close, is going to be probably blue-black mid-range because they're able to put in enough stuff. And if you don't do anything, they flash it in on your end step. And that is like the hardest deck not close to deal with. So with that, that's all I'm really going to say. So those are the matchups to watch out for. VV is also kind of annoying, but if you can keep VV in check until you literally just combo win, they can't really do anything. So it is what it is. But with all that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.